Every 80 seconds, a child dies from contaminated water. Not in a war zone, not from some rare disease, from water. Dirty, bacteria-filled water that they had no choice but to drink. And there is a seed, one seed, from a tree that grows in the exact countries where this is happening, that can make dirty water drinkable in 4 hours. No chemicals, no electricity, no filter, no cost. You crush the seed, stir it in, wait, and the water is clean. 90 to 99% of bacteria removed. Published science, peer-reviewed, confirmed by universities on 4 continents since 1988. Since 1988, 36 years ago. So why are children still dying every 80 seconds? I spent weeks on this, and the answer made me sick. The tree is called Moringa oleifera. In India, they call it the drumstick tree. In parts of Africa, it's called the miracle tree. It's been cultivated for over 4,000 years. Ancient Egyptians used its oil. Roman traders carried it across the Mediterranean. Sanskrit medical texts prescribed it for dozens of conditions. But I'm not here to talk about its history. I'm here to talk about what's inside the seed. Every moringa seed contains a specific protein, a cationic polyelectrolyte. Here's what that means in plain language. Bacteria and dirt particles in contaminated water carry a negative electrical charge. That's why they stay suspended. They repel each other. They float. They won't settle. The moringa protein carries a positive charge. When you crush the seed and stir it into dirty water, the protein hunts down those negatively charged contaminants. It grabs them. It binds them together into clumps. Those clumps get heavy and they sink. Within 2 to 4 hours, every contaminant is sitting at the bottom of the container. The water on top is clear, clean, drinkable. This process is called flocculation, and it's the exact same principle used in every municipal water treatment plant in the developed world. Except those plants use aluminum sulfate, a chemical manufactured in factories, shipped globally, and sold for profit. Moringa does the same thing from a seed that grows on a tree for free. In 1988, a study in the Journal of the American Waterworks Association proved that crushed moringa seeds performed equal to, and in some cases better, than aluminum sulfate at removing turbidity and bacteria from water. That study has been confirmed by Penn State, by Uppsala University in Sweden, by the University of Brasília, by the University of Leicester, by research institutions across 4 continents over 3 decades. This is not disputed science. This is settled science that no one acts on. But here's what makes moringa genuinely dangerous to the systems that profit from water scarcity. It doesn't just clean water, it does everything. The leaves, gram for gram, 7 times the vitamin C of oranges, 4 times the calcium of milk, 4 times the vitamin A of carrots, 25 times the iron of spinach, and more protein per gram than yogurt. Moringa leaves are one of the single most nutritious foods ever analyzed by modern science. The oil seed, comparable to olive oil in quality, high in oleic acid, stable, slow to go rancid. It was used by Swiss watchmakers for centuries as precision lubricant, the finest oil available for the most delicate instruments on earth. The seed cake, the material left after pressing oil, is the water purifier we just discussed. So you press the seeds, get cooking oil, and the leftover waste product cleans your water. Nothing is wasted. The pods are edible, cooked across South Asia as a staple vegetable. The flowers are edible and medicinal. The bark has documented anti-inflammatory properties. The roots have been used in traditional medicine for millennia. And the tree itself? It grows from seed to a producing tree in under 12 months. It survives drought. It survives poor soil. It survives heat that kills most food crops. A single mature tree produces 15,000 to 25,000 seeds per year. Each seed treats 1 liter of water. 1 tree, clean water for a family of 5 for over 2 years, plus food, plus oil, plus medicine, plus animal feed, every year for decades. Now I need you to hold all of that in your mind, everything I just told you. And then I need you to understand who loses money if people know this. The global water treatment industry is worth $350 billion per year. That's not a typo. $350 billion. That includes chemical treatment companies, filtration system manufacturers, desalination plants, bottled water corporations, and the enormous network of consultants, contractors, and international development agencies that orbit around them. Now, I want to be fair. There are good people in this industry, researchers, NGOs, field workers who have championed Moringa for decades, small organizations running pilot programs in rural Africa and South Asia. They exist and they matter. But they are operating inside a system that has a structural problem. International development water projects, the kind funded by the World Bank, USAID, European aid agencies, they operate on an infrastructure model. They build treatment plants, install pipe networks, import filtration equipment. These projects cost millions of dollars each and require ongoing maintenance, replacement parts, technical expertise, and continued funding. Every one of those projects generates economic activity, construction contracts, equipment purchases, engineering salaries, service agreements, consulting fees. A moringa tree generates none of that. You plant it, it grows, it makes clean water. There is no contract, no equipment, no recurring revenue, no consultant. And here's the part that should keep you up at night. Studies show that between 30 and 50% of water infrastructure projects in sub-Saharan Africa become non-functional within 5 years. The pump breaks, the filter clogs, the supply chain fails, the technician leaves, the community can't afford replacement parts. When the project fails, another project gets funded. More money flows, more contracts, more equipment shipped. The cycle repeats. 30 to 50% failure rate, exposed in published research, exposed in internal audits, and the model doesn't change. Because the model isn't designed to solve the problem. It's designed to manage the problem, permanently, profitably. A moringa tree doesn't fail. It doesn't need parts, it doesn't need a technician, it doesn't need a supply chain. It produces clean water, food, oil, and medicine simultaneously for decades without asking anyone for money. The system isn't designed to adopt solutions that eliminate the need for the system. And somewhere right now, within walking distance of a broken water pump that cost $50,000 to install, there is a moringa tree, growing, full of seeds, full of clean water, and nobody told the mother boiling river water underneath it what those seeds can do. What makes this unforgivable is that the research doesn't just exist, it's been getting better for 36 years. Penn State University, Dr. Stephanie Butler-Veligo discovers that moringa protein doesn't just clump bacteria together, it coats the bacteria and kills them on contact. Moringa isn't just a clarifier, it's a disinfectant, a natural, non-toxic, biodegradable disinfectant that grows on trees. Uppsala University, Sweden, researchers develop a sand filter coated with moringa protein extract that purifies water continuously, not just in batches. The filter is made entirely from local materials, no imported technology, no factory, no supply chain. University of Brasília, Moringa seed extract removes microplastics from water. Microplastics, the contaminant that every billion-dollar treatment facility in the developed world is currently scrambling to address. A seed handled it. Multiple research groups confirm Moringa's effectiveness against E. coli, Salmonella, and Staphylococcus, the bacteria responsible for the majority of waterborne deaths in the developing world. Every single one of these studies was published, peer-reviewed, covered briefly in scientific media, and then filed away behind academic paywalls. $35 per article, accessible only to researchers at wealthy institutions with expensive journal subscriptions. The woman boiling river water next to a moringa tree will never read these studies. She will never know they exist. She will never learn that the solution to her children's illness is growing in her neighbor's yard. Unless someone tells her. That's why I made this video. I can't fix the global water system in a YouTube video, but I can do something that 36 years of institutional knowledge apparently couldn't. I can show you exactly how this works, step by step, so you can do it yourself, teach it, share it, pass it on. Step 1. Get moringa seeds. If you live anywhere in the tropics or subtropics, that includes the southern United States, Central and South America, Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, Southeast Asia, Northern Australia, moringa may already be growing near you. Look for trees with long, thin pods that look like drumsticks. When the pods turn brown and dry, crack them open. The seeds are inside, round, about marble-sized, with papery wings. If you don't have a tree, seeds are available online for a few dollars. But the real solution is to grow your own. Moringa grows from seed to producing tree in under 1 year. Plant it and you never buy seeds again. Step 2. Shell and crush the seeds. Remove the papery wing and outer shell. You want the white kernel inside. Crush it to a fine powder, mortar and pestle, rolling pin, 2 rocks, whatever you have. Finer is better. Step 3. Make a paste. Add a small amount of clean water to the powder, just enough to form a thick paste. Stir this paste for 5 minutes. This step matters. The stirring releases the water-soluble proteins that do the work. Step 4. Add to dirty water. 1 seed kernel per liter. 2 seeds if the water is very muddy. Drop the paste in and stir rapidly for 2 minutes. Then stir slowly, gentle circles for 15 minutes. The rapid stirring distributes the protein. The slow stirring starts the flocculation. Particles begin clumping together. Step 5. Wait. Cover the container. Don't touch it. 2 hours minimum. 4 hours is better. You'll watch the sediment collect at the bottom. The water above will clear. Step 6. Pour and filter. Carefully pour the clear water off the top through a clean cloth. A cotton shirt works perfectly, into a clean container. Don't disturb the sediment. The cloth catches anything remaining. One additional step for maximum safety. Fill a clear plastic bottle with the moringa-treated water and set it in direct sunlight for 6 hours. The UV radiation eliminates any remaining pathogens. This combination, moringa plus sunlight, produces water that meets World Health Organization drinking standards. Total cost of this system? 1 tree, some sunlight, a piece of cloth, and knowledge that you now have, that billion-dollar institutions have had for 36 years, and that still hasn't reached the people who need it most. I want to talk to you directly for a moment. If you live in a climate where moringa can grow, plant one today, not next week, today. This tree will give you the most nutritious leaves on earth within 60 days. It will give you edible pods, cooking oil, water purification, and natural medicine within a year, and it will keep giving every single year for decades. 1 tree. If you live in a cold climate, grow it in a pot. Bring it inside in winter. Harvest the leaves, dry them, powder them, add them to your food. You'll be eating one of the most complete nutritional profiles available from any single plant. But here's what I really need you to do. Share this. Not this video, although that helps. Share the knowledge. The fact that moringa seeds purify water. The fact that one tree sustains a family. The fact that this has been proven for 36 years, while 1,000 children die every single day from the problem it solves. The research exists. The tree exists. The solution exists. The only thing missing is awareness. And awareness is free. Every moringa tree planted is clean water for a family. Every seed shared is a child who might live. Every person who learns this and passes it forward is doing what 36 years of institutional knowledge failed to do. Getting the answer to the people who need it. This isn't about gardening. This isn't about health tips. This is about a tree that could have saved millions of lives, and a system that chose not to tell anyone. Now you know. What you do with that is up to you. If this changed what you know, send it to someone who needs to see it.